Hello everybody, welcome to this video on TutorialsPoint. Today we are going to talk about a very energizing module which is known as team motivation. Well, before we begin this module, I would want you to ask yourself a question. Have you ever been a part of a team wherein you have felt very demotivated or not wanting to go to work, less of energy, lethargy, monotony? Well, if yes, then this is a module that I would really urge you to watch out for. Let's get started on team motivation. Let's see what is on the agenda today. We will talk about what exactly is a team, defining motivation, importance of team motivation, stages in the development of a particular team, how to motivate your team members, and factors which probably foster or hinder a team's growth. Well, that is all on the agenda today, and I'm very excited to teach you. Let's understand what exactly is a team. Well, the term TEAM stands for Together Everyone Achieves More. Well, if I had to give you a small definition of what team is all about, it is defined as a group, which is a collection of people who interact to achieve a common goal. Wherever a team is there, a goal also has to be there. They skillfully combine appropriate individual talents and combine it with appropriate team spirit and let it out. Well, a team is different from a group of people. A group of people really doesn't have a task in hand. They just do things for the heck of doing it. They're not motivated to perform and they don't really have a goal to achieve. A team, on the other hand, works together to achieve a particular purpose. There is a shared agenda or a vision for the team. So, well, what is motivation all about? Well, motivation, if I have to tell you what it is described as art of getting people to do what you want them to do because they want to do it. Well, very nicely said. If somebody wants to do something and has a lack of self-motivation, he or she is looking for somebody from outside to motivate them to do something that they really want to do but having a lack of self-motivation. To motivate team members, help them to be productive and be the best that they can be. Let them know how they are doing, make an investment in them and help them to grow. That is something very important. Today, worldwide, people are really suffering from lack of motivation. And when you motivate somebody to go ahead and achieve a task, you need to invest in your people and really make sure that they are working together to achieve the goals of the organization or the team. Well, friends, let's understand what is the importance of team motivation. Well, we have already understood being motivated in a team has wonders for the team. So let's understand what is the importance. If you are motivated as a team member, you will be less stressed. Well, if you are less stressed, you'll be more productive at work. So hence we have more productivity at work. You will also begin to trust members of the team very well, and somebody who is somebody who wants to be trusted also needs to be, in the other hand, trustworthy. And if you are motivated, you are less likely to be absent. Now that spells wonders for a company when each and every employee wants to come to work each and every day. That is something that every organization today wants. So if you are motivated, you will be less absent at work. Well, you have high retention rates, less attrition and high retention. That is again a bonus for a company. Your people will stick around with you for a longer period of time for many, many years to come. And definitely you will have people having more energy at work. Well, if these are so many benefits of being motivated, I would really want you to start working on these so that you are well motivated. Now, let's understand what are the different stages in a team development. Well, any new person who joins a particular team does not really form relationships or builds rapport with the team members so easily. Each and every new employee in a team goes through different stages of team development, which is forming, storming, norming, performing and adjourning. I'm going to now explain each of this in a little detail. Well, forming, let's understand what this particular stage is. It is a stage wherein the team acquaints and establishes some ground rules. Formalities are preserved and members are really treated as strangers. So it's the first step wherein you begin to enter into a team. Formalities are done and ground rules are adjusted. Storming is the next stage wherein after you know each other in a team well, what you need to do is members start to communicate their feelings, but they still themselves feel that they are individuals rather than part of the team. They resist the control by the team members. So, well, they have not really opened themselves up and they still feel like they are some strangers. So, that's the storming stage, which is the next stage. The third stage is the norming stage. Now, well, at this particular stage of norming, people have actually shed their inhibitions and they actually feel a part of their team. They are more flexible to other people's ideas and opinions and they feel a part of the team to share their views and ideas. So, that's the third stage, which is the norming stage. They then move on to the performing stage, wherein now the atmosphere of trust has come in and they actually feel hierarchy is of little less importance and they are more entrusting each other. The last stage is the adjourning stage, wherein the team conducts an assessment of the year and implements a plan to recognize and reward those people who have performed very well during the year. Well, every team member always goes through different stages for building a team. Well, what does a team do? Let's see what they do. They work towards a shared purpose or a goal, as we have also mentioned that a group is different from a team. A team has a goal, a group does not have a goal. So they also have shared responsibilities. Each and every member of the team really has a lot of responsibility, shares the responsibility with each other. They are also interdependent and they have collaborative decision making. Well, decisions are not made by one person in the team. Everybody comes together and forms collaborative decision making. Well, the crux of our program today is how do we motivate teams? Well, again, it is not something which is very complex or complicated. It is really simple, and let's understand ways of motivating teams. Well, you need to align yourself, or rather the team, towards the particular goal or a mission. A team will not perform well if it does not have a vision or a goal or a direction that they would want to go into. So have them aligned towards that. It's very important to give challenges to your team members. If your team members are not challenged enough, they will not really work out of their courage zone. They will work out of their comfort zone, and you really want to get your team members out of their comfort zone and into the courage zone. There is interdependence, collaborative decision making, more growth and more opportunities for the team members. Definitely, if your team members are motivated, you want them to give a lot of opportunities for their own growth. Quality and productive time for your team. Every team needs to have a lot of quality time so that they can think better and they can work better. Discover and offset the factors which will discourage team spirit. Anything which you feel is going against the team spirit, you need to diffuse these bombs. So, well, again, I'm trying to say that let's try and motivate, and ways of motivating each other has to be found and researched well. Let's see certain factors for good working relationship. In any office or in any kind of a formal setup, people would likely to be interacting with each other as a team only when there are certain factors. Let's see what these factors are for a good working relationship. There has to be openness and willingness to communicate and listen. In any organization, in any team, people should want to communicate with each other and they should really want to listen to each other. Trust, loyalty and courtesy. You should be polite to your team members, never speak rudely to anybody, and loyalty is very important again. Respect each other in spite of the differences which are professional. Well, no two people are the same, are they? So professional differences will be there. Everybody has entitled to their own ways of thinking and believing. So respect each other for what they have, their opinions. Recognizing the talents of others. Every one of us has unique talent and we should also learn how to recognize this. Recognizing a job well done. Well, everybody likes or is rather motivated when they are recognized for their bit. Constructive criticism. Even if you need to criticize a particular team member, you need to sugarcoat that criticism. Don't make it sound like you're putting somebody down. Nobody likes criticism. Sincere concern for others with respect to privacy. Well, everybody likes their private space and we should never intrude on somebody's private space. So please be careful that you have concern for other people's privacy and sincerity. Well, we have looked at some factors which are actually good for motivating team members. Now we will look at certain factors which actually hinder a good working relationships, and these are factors that you would not want to really concentrate on because they hinder good working relationship. Let's understand what they are. Lack of understanding of others' jobs and responsibilities. Well, you need to like other people in your team, and you need to also understand that they have specific jobs and responsibilities. Never ever have lack of understanding. Disregarding others' feelings. Everybody's feelings are important to them, and you should never ever disregard the feelings. Lack of leadership. If there's no leadership, the group or the team will never stay. Lack of privacy, which we have also understood. Poor job attitude. If somebody has a poor job attitude or attitude towards his or her job, that can also be really bad or an obstacle for a good working relationship. No opportunities for staff meetings. Well, it's important to meet frequently and discuss certain things which are there on people's mind. If you do not have staff meetings, people will not really open up about what they feel. Uneven workloads, wherein some people are really bombarded with a lot of workload and some people are not. No evaluation or feedback from seniors. Well, it's very important that feedback is given from seniors so that people know where to improve and how to improve. So feedback is of utmost importance. Well, these are all the factors that we have discussed which actually act like a barrier or obstacle into good working relationships. Well friends, to develop teamwork, there are certain things which every manager or leader needs to do. Let's see what they are. You need to build your team. You need to really invest in your people and build your team members. Engage team through the work. So a lot of work and engagement needs to go side by side. Ensure clarity of roles and tasks. Now there are many people in a team, working in a team. So each and every person's job, responsibilities should be absolutely clear so that there is no confusion between the team members. Develop the team as well as the organization. Take your team out for team lunches, team dinners, or take them out for an outing. That will help to motivate your team members. Foster a culture of creativity. It's important to get out of the old way of thinking and really think out of the box. So give them chances to be creative and innovative at their work, and rather I would say make a culture around that. Managing performance, well, it's important that each and every team member needs to perform. So you need to make sure that your team members are so motivated that they are able to perform better than what they did last year. Now, well, we are getting into one of the most important ways of motivating people, and this particular theory was formulated by Mr. Maslow, and it's called the Maslow theory of motivation. Let's understand how do we work around this particular theory. Well, at the base of the pyramid is a physiological need, then comes safety, social, esteem and self-actualization. Well, any employee sitting at his workstation is going to be motivated only when his last 3 layers at the base of the particular pyramid, that is physiological need. Now his physiological need is his basic needs need to be maintained in terms of his clothing, his food and shelter. Well, if his food, clothing and shelter has been taken care of, this particular person is actually relaxed and he can concentrate on work. Coming to the safety, his job security and his environment at home, if that is taken care of, if he feels that his family members and friends are safe, then he is more likely to concentrate and focus on the work, and which helps him to be social, meaning having friends, having good relationships at work, and that helps only if his physiological and safety needs at the bottom end of the pyramid is taken care of. Now that kind of a person is also going to have high self-esteem. He will have a lot of self-respect and he will be somebody who will recognize his own confidence. Coming to the last part of this particular pyramid, which is self-actualization. Now for a person who has had security, physiological need, social and esteem is taken care of, he comes to the self-actualization state, which is actually a state wherein he can focus on his work, expand his skill set and really be confident and motivated at work. Now this particular theory was designed by Maslow to teach us that any employee needs to be at the top level. For that, all the third or the fourth level needs to be taken care of, or rather he should be satisfied in all this. Any team which is a high performance team needs to have certain qualities. Now let's, friends, understand what are the qualities of a high performance team, and would you like to be a part of such a team? Well, a high performing team builds trust. It aligns to the team, meaning all the team members are aligned towards a particular goal or a particular vision. They also share and care a lot for their team members, so sharing and caring go together. They give constructive feedback to their people. They have developed cohesion. By cohesion, I mean to say that they really collaborate together and share everything that is to make sure that they complete the company's vision. And they also help to build relationships, because trust and relationship go together. No team can be a high performing team if these all things that we have discussed right now is absent from that particular team. So he needs to have trust, he needs to build relationship, he needs to align himself, and also he needs to give a lot of constructive feedback as well as sharing and caring. Well, friends, that brings us to a conclusion of this particular module on team motivation. We have understood in great detail today with regards to what is a team, what is motivation, how to motivate your team members, factors affecting good working relationships, factors actually acting as a hindrance or an obstacle to good working relationships. Well, we have understood so much about team. I'm sure you would be very excited and motivated now to be a part of such a team. Well, keep watching us and keep liking our videos. Thank you very much for watching us.